On behalf of the people of this country, I take this opportunity to extend warmest welcome to each and every one of you. If you have not been welcomed properly, please take this time. I have behind me my Deputy Prime Minister, senior ministers of our cabinet, giving the fullest appreciation to your presence in Papua New Guinea, and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I also take this time once again to thank Prime Minister Modi. You initiated the FIPIC meeting and a dialogue in 2015. You chaired, and with Fiji's support, Fiji assisted you in the first meeting in Fiji. The second meeting was held in your country, and this is the third of similar meetings. We look forward to the dialogue between yourself, Prime Minister Modi, and all of us. Here on the table are leaders who live as small nations in actually less population, but more importantly, collectively, Mr. Prime Minister, they occupy some of the biggest spaces on the face of planet Earth. The combined space of Pacific put together, airspace and sea space, is 1/3 of the entire planet. In the planet, 1/3 is occupied by the oceans of Pacific. 1/3 is the space of Pacific. Our ocean, Mr. Prime Minister, and the friend of Pacific, Prime Minister Modi, our ocean is a great carbon sink. Our ocean is a place of great trade and exchanges of trade. Our ocean and our airspace together facilitate trade, commerce, movement of people on planet Earth. Leaders meeting you today again for the 10th FIPIC are leaders of this great blue Pacific we call home, where people have been traveling for thousands of years, just like the people that lived in India for thousands of years. We all come from a shared history of being colonized by colonial masters, history that holds the nations of global South together, Mr. Prime Minister. Your compatriots sitting here in the Pacific Island are leaders of those who come from global South. In the global South, we have development challenges. Our resources are harvested by tons and volumes, and our people have been left behind in the global South. You have been met as the leader of the global South, and I want to thank you for assuring me in our bilateral meeting this morning that you will advocate, as you host G20 this year, you will advocate on issues that relate to the global South. And I want to take this moment in the presence of my sisters and brothers who live in the Pacific nation, ask you to offer the third big voice in the face of the global North. The global North have moved in the development space, into the industrialization space, and the small island nations and the global South deserves a nation just like us who come out from this to be a big presence at G20 and G7 to ensure that our issues are heard with total clarity. And I want to speak today as I welcome you to this big meeting and before you address us. But the issues that are prevalent in the Pacific are issues of insecurity due to climate change. Needless to remind all of us, but climate change in most instances is not an issue caused by the developing nations, especially the small island nations, small island communities. But your sisters and brothers of Pacific sitting here have people exposed to sea level rise, salination of the agricultural land, loss of land for the nation's security. These issues face us. We need a big 10 voice to be active for the small island nations at G20 and G7. We appreciate your presence with us at FIPIC. You are the voice that can offer our issues at the highest as advanced economies discuss on matters related to economy, commerce, trade, and geopolitics. For us, we want this moment of the FIPIC platform for India to be the strong voice and advocate of the challenges we got. Climate change was one issue I raised earlier. Second issue, Mr. Prime Minister, the threats of global politics and insecurity. For instance, the issue of Ukraine war with Russia war with Ukraine, but we import the inflation to our own small economies. This nation sitting before you, Mr. Prime Minister, the high cost of fuel and power tariff in their own countries. And we suffer as a result of big nations at play in terms of geopolitics and the power struggles out there. We ask you, using this moment where I am co-chairing, I speak for my small brother and sister nations of the Pacific. Whilst our land may be small and number may be small, our area and space in Pacific is big. The world used it for trade, commerce, and movement. We are victims of global poverty. We want you to be an advocate for us as you sit in those meetings and continue to fight for the rights of small emerging nations and emerging economies. Our leaders will have a moment to speak to you. I want you, Mr. Prime Minister, for you to spend time hearing them, and hopefully at the end of these dialogues, India and Pacific relationship is strengthened, but more importantly, the issues that are facing the Pacific other nations, especially the smaller ones amongst us, are had in this right context and given support by you, the leader of the Global South. I put to you as the leader of the 10th world, the 10th global nation that must be made. Those are the emerging nations who are well behind your leadership. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you very much, and I now hand over back to you.